Hi everyone, it's Kelly Macdonald, your off-road chef, and a perfect location outlooking a beautiful lake in California, and we're doing some sports fan camping, and I have brought everything but the kitchen sink because we can. We're gonna do some Mexican style pillow bread, also known as sopapillas. That's sopapillas. Don't ask me to spell that. I'm hooked on phonics, but I know how to cook it. They're also known in the Spanish community as, and in Spain as, the pillow bread, and you'll see why. What it is it is a sweet pizza dough. It has yeast in it. And what you can do is you make it at home, put it in a Ziploc bag, take the air out, and then freeze it. And then put it in your ice chest and it'll slowly start to thaw out. It won't grow to where it's all over your ice chest. I've actually had pizza that I've cooked for clients, and I've looked in the back seat because I hear an explosion and my whole back seat is just covered in pizza dough. But this is a sweeter dough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice little bit, about like that. And it's going to be a little sticky, but not too sticky. We have some all-purpose flour. And I always put a towel underneath my cutting board. It is a little windy today too, but this will keep it from blowing away. It sticks to our table. And it'll also keep it from slipping. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this out to about, I don't know, maybe 2 credit card thicknesses in a circle. And I have over here already going, I have vegetable oil. You can use any kind of oil you want. I use vegetable oil. I don't need a really high smoking point because we're just frying it. It's a fry bread, but I really like vegetable oil because I don't have to have a whole bunch of other oils when I'm traveling, you know. So I have olive oil and I have my vegetable oil. And I'm going to take my glasses off because they're driving me nuts. So if I squint at you, please understand. So what I'm going to do is, you can see how thick it is, and it's not really sticky. We're going to take a knife and we're going to cut like this, and then we're going to cut another right down the middle like it's a pizza, and then we're going to cut on an angle diagonally like this, and I'll pick it up and I'll show it to you. They don't have to be perfect. Each one is its own original little piece of art. Then we're going to take them and we're going to do, and I'll show the camera in a second, we're going to do just like 3 at a time. When you're frying outdoors, don't get greedy with it. Don't try to have a big, huge pot of oil. Do little batches. The bigger the pot, the more oil you have to use, and it can be kind of a nuisance if you have to get rid of all that. I save mine and let it cool, and then I can cook with it again. If we have somebody gluten-free, sure, you can't do that in this case. Can't use that oil, but for the rest of the folks, you can reuse it. Just cool it, put it in a, you can even put it in a water bottle after it's cool, completely cool. And I say that because, you know, you don't want it to melt the bottle. So what's happening here in this case is the pillow bread is turning into pillows. So we have these beautiful little soft, light fry bread. Okay, how's that? All right. What I want to do is brown both sides and get these nice and golden brown. Actually goes pretty quick. You're not going to have to worry about burning them too much as long as you're watching. Medium heat, I never turn it all the way up to get the oil hot. I just start it out slow and keep it on medium heat. So I kind of know where I am through the process of if they're browning too fast, I can turn it down. Most folks, they'll turn it up, crank it up, and then you don't really know at what point you should turn it up or down. In that case, down. So hopefully that makes sense to you. You could use a thermometer, say it's about 275 to 300 degrees frying, much like a French fry. So we're just moving these around. The wind picked up, we are outside, so it cools down. Then I have homemade jam. My wife doesn't know that I took this out of the fridge. She will soon, I guess. And then I have honey. I do raise my own honey, but in this case I'm gapping. So I just have some nice California honey, and I like the little bear. So we're gonna show you, and then I have some powdered sugar. So really all you need is your dough, your oil, powdered sugar, a little flour so it doesn't stick. Just maybe a half a cup to a cup is all you really need in your pantry. Because your space is kind of precious. You don't want to have extra things that you don't need. All right, these are almost ready. And I can't wait to eat one and show you how fun it is. My wife loves them with jam. So I wanted to kind of open up the idea that you can put anything you want on it. You could even put like what I would call melted fruit, where you just sweat the fruit and you make it sticky and throw a little sugar in there and make your own kind of like instant jam kind of thing. All right, so these are ready. They're not greasy either. The yeast really protects the inside of the bread. And I always make triangles with the Sopapillas. They're meant to be that way. So then we're gonna take a little powdered sugar that's gonna probably blow your way a little bit. Okay. And I'm gonna throw in another batch while we're talking. And throw in one more. And I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. Again, turning up the heat, being able to control it, not having it too hot at first, and then not knowing where your sweet spot is. So be patient with it. And again, this pot is only a half full, just barely half full. It's better to have just a little bit of oil when you're frying than a whole bunch. You can control it and you have less accidents, less popping and spitting and spilling, okay? And less to get rid of later. So then we're gonna take these and I'm gonna get nice and close because I want to show you how to eat one of these. So they're hot at first. So you take the biggest corner, you bite it off, and you have a hole. Hence pillow bread. Powdered sugar on there is really, really good. I love talking with my mouth full, if you haven't noticed. So, for any of you that have seen my other segments, I can't help myself. So, honey bite. Really, really good. Light, a little bit of yeast flavor, and great any time of the day or evening. This is your off-road chef, Kelly Macdonald. Bon appetit. And I wish you were here because I have some more pillow bread just for you. See you next time.